rich bitch anthem. These bitches all jelly and they throwing a tantrum. I ain't fucking with a nigga if his bands ain't up. Trying to get for me one nigga, he done pressed this luck. Whack nigga.
Welcome back to the LeemyHendrix Show. You're tuned in with your favorite host, LeemyHendrix, and I have a special guest today. Please welcome the one and only RA Blanco.
Thank you so much for the introduction. It was amazing. Hi, baby.
How are you?
I'm amazing. Look at you.
I like the fucking matching outfit.
Yes, and literally, like, we must have been feeling each other.
Sag energy.
Sag energy, yes.
Oh my God, it's so nice to have you here on the LeemyHendrix Show.
Thank you for having me, baby.
So, are you prepared? Because you know, we like to get into some things on the LeemyHendrix Show.
Some things. I don't know. We're going to have to see.
So, here on the LeemyHendrix Show, you already know when we got our special guests, we like to open up with our icebreaker questions. Are you ready?
I think I'm ready.
So,
Gotta put your glasses down for this one.
one secret that you don't mind sharing with your audience and fans.
A secret, huh?
Secret.
Ooh, this is an icebreaker. That I'm extremely. I think that I would say that I'm extremely shy, honestly.
An audience not going for that. We want something juicy.
I don't want to start with the juicy stuff. I don't know. I would have to say, a secret. All right, let's just say this. I have had some type of interaction on other levels with a very known artist. Keep it plain and simple.
We want to pick that one in the archives for now. We ain't going to get too much.
NDA signed, sealed, and delivered. So that's all you're getting.
Okay. Second question. Do you have a network of other artists you rely on, and what do you do to support each other?
Yes. I have a network of artists that are in the city of Philadelphia as well. And they are Grizz, Big Grizz.
Shout out Big Grizz.
Big Grizz. Big Grizz. And then we have Roy Shafiq. That's my baby.
Shout out Roy Shafiq.
Absolutely. Full Speed, his new single. Shout out to that. And
oh my God, that's my mother. When I'm on the expressway and I want motherfucking speed.
Yeah,
that's my motherfucking song.
Niggas, that let me tell you. And every time I play the song, I don't know if you know that Michelle Obama meme when she be like in the stands like this. I do that same bop every time I hear that song. So that's my baby. His nickname for me is Strawberry. So that's my boo. Shout out to him. And Barack Zakar, that's my guy.
Shout out Zakar.
Zakar, I love you, baby. Grizz, thank you for supporting me. And Tamir, you already know how strong we rock. We all have a lot of music coming, so it's exciting. Especially me and Tamir, we work together like all the time. So be prepared for that.
Okay, we getting right into this shit. Like,
and I will say, rich bitch. You know what you're giving right now. You giving rich bitch right here.
And is that a single that's about to drop again?
I think it is. I think it's the remix featuring Roy Shafiq.
Oh, we getting a little hint.
We get a little hint. We're shooting the video today. Go ahead.
Okay, so we about to jump right into this interview.
Mm-hmm.
No holding back.
I won't.
Out on the table. This is Sag to Sag.
Sag to Sag.
All we know how to do is keep it 100.
100, a buck, a beam. Let's go.
Where are you from, and how does that affect you as an artist?
Ooh, I'm from Philly, and a lot of people think that I'm from New York because people have shouted me out to be from New York, but I'm not. I'm from Philly, and it really doesn't affect me as an artist. I think it molds me to be the artist that I am. I'm from the hood. And just like anybody else from the hood, you grew up with a certain mentality, and it's given very much, I'm not to be played with. Don't let the soft shit fool you.
So, I do a lot of traveling, and what I have noticed when I go to other states, they say Philly is very aggressive would you consider your aggression comes out in your music, or is your music more soft?
My music is a mix between the two, depending on my mood. And I really think that it may be true for other people, especially down in the South, that I'm not even going to say just Philly is aggressive. I think that a lot of East Coast states have that same aggression. Plain and simple, New York and Philly. It's very much strict.
Can we
to
toast
the
to
point.
that? Can we toast to New York
Yes.
and Philly in the fucking building?
And that's right, Brooklyn. I always shout out Brooklyn because some of my favorite artists come from there, and I get a lot of my motivation and my style from BK. So shout out to Brooklyn, and that's why I'm always shout out. But just know I'm from Philly. Cheers to that.
What I be telling y'all when I'm on vacation, I don't know if y'all be watching, y'all probably do. Don't count my drinks.
Don't count the drinks. What's the point of that? Just know we always turning up.
Next question. Where do you find inspiration, and when is your favorite time of day to create, and what motivates you to create?
Okay, I find inspiration on a daily, wherever, whenever. Literally, a hook. I can spark like a hook in my head based on an event, like at the market. Bitch look at me funny. Why this bitch looking at me funny? Or she thinking I'm a dummy? Like literally, and I just keep going.
You gotta finish
on.
that bar. You gotta finish that bar.
we might have to turn that into something. Why this bitch looking at me funny? Or she thinking I'm a dummy? Hold up, I ain't that bitch. I'm that other bitch. You know, something like that. But you know, and I really find that it's easy to create for me in a car while I'm driving because I got a little road rage and motherfuckers be trying me in the street. You know what I'm saying?
This is why you're my twin.
Yes.
I like to create when I'm in the car, blasting my music, and I'm just on my way to work or leaving work because I'm by myself, and it's a vibe.
Listen, in the car, especially when I wake up in the morning, I feel, first of all, I'm blessed and grateful. Let's shout out to God because He has covered me in so many ways that I didn't even see the light at the end of the tunnel for. But you know, consistently, I'm humble about about the things that I have. So it's never like I'm like in an emotional state in the morning when I'm creating, but I'm just so humble that I can talk my shit. But God know that I don't mean no harm. Thank you for allowing me to be flossy.
I will say it again. You have to when it comes to being an artist, you have to be able to talk your shit and still be humble.
Still be humble. The biggest thing and the key to life is being humble. At no matter what industry you're in, whether it's film and TV, whether it's music, whether it's a 9-to-5, whether it's nursing, whatever. Stay humble. Because you ain't gonna get nowhere with a cocky ass attitude. Now you could know you do the best at what you do, but you better still be humble because it's somebody who just might humble you, and that bitch just might be me in this music shit.
See,
I don't got time for you fuck niggas.
I can feed off that energy because I feel like people forget that when you start getting cocky, you stop learning, and when you stop learning, you stop growing, and that's how you better yourself. Is when you're able to sit back and say, you know what, I know I'm good at that,
right? But
let me get better because I still can learn to do something better with what I'm doing.
Yes, and people forget that. Like you said, and I love that you just said that. When you stop, you have to consistently learn to grow. We don't know it all. Even when we cracked the code and we figured it out, there's still so much more to learn. So don't ever think that you got it all. Don't ever think you got it all.
It's the Sag energy for me. Like, y'all gonna have to get in these comments and let us know that he talking his shit right now and that y'all feel the motherfucking energy.
Yes. Stay humble, bitches. I ain't playing with you. I really ain't. Because I humble a nigga or a bitch real quick. Come at me crazy. I got something for you.
So talking about humbleness.
What's up?
How do you define success as an artist?
Ooh. Success as an artist. Let me think about that. For me, it would just having to be, first of all, let's walk in our own lane. That's number one. That's how you become successful. You have to walk in your own lane. You got to know your own path. You got to know your own sound. Ain't no sense of hating or trying to bite off the next motherfucker. And a lot of y'all bitches is doing that.
It was the up and down look.
So, walk in your own path. Walk in your own lane. Have your own style. You do not have to tear nobody down to get to the top. Walk in your own lane. And your lane may not be, let me tell you this. Your lane may not be a stage performer. You may be a better writer than you are a performer. That doesn't take away from the fact that you're a great artist. You're still creating art. And I had to learn that. I never wanted to be a star. But I am a writer. And I write for people who you heard from. And I don't take ghostwriting as something to brag about. Like, yeah, I wrote for this person. No, because I'm still within my art creating. And I love it. So you literally just have to walk in your own lane. Do your thing. And God, once again, will humbly allow you to walk in a successful path. And that's just literally all it is. So I think that if we just learn how to work together as well, we will learn from each other. Because like you just said, you can't stop learning. Because that's when you just fuck up.
Do you feel that a lot of the fighting comes from what is displayed on TV, from shows like Love and Hip Hop, Zeus Network? Everybody is fighting to get a spotlight. Could that contribute to why a lot of people don't feel like they can work together in the industry?
I think in any industry, music side, entertainment side, or 9 to 5. And I'm going to say that probably multiple times. Because we're going to talk about reality here. We all fight. You can have a coworker that you're going to fight with, right? But I don't think you should let that define anything. I think you should believe that you're the best at what you do. We both have name chains on right now. I think that you should rock that LeemyHendrix chain just as well as I'm gonna rock my RA Blanco. But know that we still are keeping a respectful energy, right? You're not cuter than me, right? And I'm not cuter than you. But when you have that mindset and you have ill intent, you will never be able to work with nobody or be successful in your craft because you're always been a hater. Literally, you cannot shit on nobody. You just can't. Because that person is going to have to come back around in your life some way, somehow. You're going to wish that you was able to work with that person in whatever setting y'all used to be able to, because now this person just may have more success than you have because you were never humble.
So this sounds like a real good lesson to live by.
Absolutely.
But you don't see it in the industry.
You don't see it in the
a lot
industry.
of hate in the industry.
Absolutely.
A lot of, I gotta tear this person down. I gotta beef with this person.
You gotta beef.
Why is that?
Hip hop is about beef. Let's start right there. Hip hop is all beef. What's good? I literally believe that you should think that you're the best writer. You should say that your pen go hard. Leemy should feel like if you're an artist, you are a great creator.
It's when people start personalizing it.
There you go. Me and you could be in a room writing a song. We're both, honestly speaking, fighting for the hottest verse on the track. That don't mean that we can't keep it 100 and still be friends and still kick it and work together creatively.
Oh, bro, damn, your verse was better than mine.
Your verse is hot as
Next time
shit.
we get on the track, I gotta go harder.
You inspired me to change my bar up because the second or third flow that you came with had me like, yo, I gotta get a little tight. And that's how you grow.
Don't be a Cardi B and get mad when somebody switch their verse.
I don't know what you talking about. I'm not a barb. What's Cardi? I'm not Cardi gang. I'm actually a part of the Beehive if we're going to keep it 100.
I'm just saying, you know, it's all about the energy you give, you will receive.
You will. Well,
won't he do it?
Won't he do it? And I'm going to tell you something. The energy that you give is what you receive. And that's why you and I are able to have this open conversation and dialogue. But literally, lesson learned. Don't shit on nobody. You just can't. You just can't because it's not necessary. You will end up regretting it, honestly, in the long run because it was no need for it. Let's support each other. And that's what I'm all about. Supporting each other.
So, I have another question I have like a couple questions before I start getting personal into depth shit.
Okay.
So, I actually want to do a little experiment.
Okay.
I want to ask you a question, and I want to count to 5, and I want to throw out a song and see if we both say the same song at the same time.
Oh, that's so cute.
What is your favorite song to perform? Don't answer it yet. Just think about it. And I'm gonna count to 5, and we both gonna say the song.
Are you talking about my song?
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna see if we got that twin energy, like you said, we got that twin energy. Cause I feel like I know what you're gonna say.
You're not gonna know what I'm gonna say. Well, go ahead.
All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
On go. See.
Oh nope.
You were gonna say Rich Bitch Anthem.
Yup.
And I love Rich Bitch Anthem remix coming with Roy Shafiq very, very soon. But On Go was my first single from my EP, the 2020 Xperience, on all streaming platforms. Big Blanco, RA Blanco.
Ooh, you jumping ahead because I might as well go talk about the 20 Xperience.
We can get there, but let me tell you something. On Go is my favorite song to sing because it simply goes like it gets everybody hype, like literally, and it's just like a real gully song, and it's like the verses, the hook just go blow da 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 da. Fuck nigga trying to take my style, like yeah, I got a hater, throw in the towel, woo, pop out on some fly shit. I got him like wow, look at me now. I got the crown. So bitch, bow down. I'm a wavy ass nigga, no pool, bitch. But you gonna drown. We don't go, bitch. Do a little footwork. We don't go, bitch. We don't go, bitch.
Okay.
Hey.
I thought of Pop Smoke's footwork. Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So I love that because I be on the stage just giving a little, and the beat go. It's just dope to me. First single, it set the tone for my album, and like I said, by the title of it, we on go, and I always stay on go.
So we about. All right, I'm done with the little petty questions, little cute questions.
Yes.
I'm ready to get into some shit.
Let's hear this
So
shit.
we might as well just skip ahead. Who is RA Blanco? What do you want for yourself?
Oh, that's a two-part question. RA Blanco is an artist from Philly who so humbly know that he that nigga. RA Blanco is so nice with his pen that I would literally violate and annihilate any nigga, and I ain't got the headline because I'm gonna take your shine, right? But
Okay, talk your shit.
more on a artistry humble note, I'm just a dope artist that I guess I have to classify myself as a gay rapper. I don't like that classification because I don't rap about gay acts in my song. I have a mix. I'm a thorough ass bull. I speak about real shit. I speak about life.
So why is it that you have to be defined as a gay artist? Why can't
I
you
don't
just
know.
be you're an
I
artist?
just said that to clear it up. It's obviously, you know, I'm gay. No nigga coming in tight ass leather pants, you know, chains and whips, you know, throwing that shit on. But you know,
Nah, I done seen some rappers. I ain't going.
now they need to be classified as LGBTQ IA. But no, so RA Blanco is an artist that is so talented, and RA Blanco is not just a rapper. RA Blanco is actually a singer, and a lot of people don't know that. I started singing when I was 8 years old. I've been in the regional choir for the school district I was in. I sung on the boys choir for my city, and I stopped singing to rap because I felt as though I had some more gully shit to get off my chest. So I wanted to be a little bit more creative, but
we gonna stop that right there because I'm about to put you in the spotlight.
what?
So we have an upcoming project that we was working on. Y'all know he gonna he gonna text me told something I should sing a hook. Had me all fucking confused. Cause it do look like LeemyHendrix sang, y'all.
You can sing.
I don't know if he like
You can
it.
sing. You could do it. You could
I'm
do
about
it.
to break a few eardrums.
That's cool, because they got auto-tune. These bitches can't rap, they can't write, and some motherfuckers can't sing. We gonna fix it.
So, if I come out with a track of me singing, please know it was because of him.
We're gonna do it because the song that you're talking about, and I'm gonna give y'all a hint because this is really happening. The song is called Friends, and I want him to sing the hook, and you can do it because the hook, baby, is like this. It's like simply like a little, like. Oh, come on, Mariah Carey, come on.
Now you trying it.
Listen,
I'm a scissor.
child.
Maybe a Summer Walker, but not no Mariah Carey.
Child, you can hit a high note. Boney do it?
See, you tried that. You knew that was bad.
I did know, but I'm gonna support you.
All right. So, the 2020 Xperience.
Yes.
What was the journey behind that masterpiece?
Oh.
Where was you at as an artist? Your personal life and overall mentality.
Wait, you're gonna have to break it back down to me because I'm gonna answer every question. For one, I want to say thank you for categorizing that album, that EP, as a masterpiece. Because when I look at it on Apple Music, Spotify, anywhere, I literally see the masterpiece that I created. I know the back behind the scene hiccups, but my inspiration from that album came from literally my 2020 experience. I work in healthcare full time. The pandemic was happening. People were dying left and right. People were getting furloughed left and right. And I was one of those ones in my department, as my role in leadership, who did not get let go until the end. And then I said, I cannot let this affect me. I was mad at my team at work. I was mad at my ex. And I had to let go of my frustration and let go of my emotions and turn my energy into something positive. Let me tell you something about the 2020 Xperience and why this sits whole on my heart at all times. During the time that I was writing those songs, my mom moved in with me. My boyfriend lived with me. I was going through a lot. And I used to come home from work and sit at the very top of my block, which is a major street in Philadelphia, and write in my car until 3 or 4 in the morning. The fucking car turned off. I restarted. The car turned off. My battery was dying. I stayed outside writing those songs day by day. But I'm going to tell you something. It took me 7 days to write 21 songs. And it took me 3 days to record 14 songs for my album.
So, the energy for the LeemyHendrix Show, you have been carrying. I'm loving the conversation. I'm about to ask you some real good shit now.
Okay.
What is your biggest achievement thus far? And what is your biggest downfall and how have you overcame it?
Wow. My biggest achievement thus far has to be the fact that I am a multifaceted creator. The fact that I've been able to be signed to a label as a writer at 19 years old. It's not my current age. I was signed when I was 19. And to be able to create for other artists and kind of see the vision for the label for what they wanted to create for artists. Let's just say like yourself. If they brought, how it always went is that if they brought someone to me, they would just like go through this whole phase of like, this is what the kind of look we want, this is the kind of sound we want, and we would create in the studio. So being able to just understand people enough to say, I understand your style and I'm gonna write this song for you, has been definitely the biggest achievement, and I'm so proud of it. Because as an artist, all you want to do is to be able to create for other people. I think, honestly speaking, once you've done all your creative things that you can do, all you want to do is be able to create for other people. So yeah.
Damn. So do you feel like, I know you probably not saying you a fan, But like somebody like Nicki Minaj, Little Kim, do you feel like they're able to go and write for somebody else, or that's too big of a role to fill?
I think that Little Kim could write for a person like Dream Doll based on her current sound. I think that Nicki can write for a lot of girls. It's all about, like we spoke about, the humbleness of those females because we want to tear each other down when they're first coming in. But it's nothing to have someone write for you when you're just simply not a writer, when you're a machine made artist. I mean, didn't Sweetie say she was going to like a boot camp to learn how to be a rapper or something like that? I don't know how it went verbatim, but that just shows that. I mean, the grind and the hustle that the girls like Nicki Minaj had to sell CDs and mixtapes out of her car. We had Kim and Foxy who had to physically push like real CDs. Those numbers didn't lie. So you have these label made artists that, you know, it's just not what hip hop used to be. So I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. I think you got to be able to be honest with yourself and be humble, and allow that creative process to happen, because you may spit 3 bars, I may spit 6, you may finish off the rest. We've created a project together. Be humble. We can't do everything.
As long as that energy is there. What has been your biggest downfall, and how have you overcame it?
In music, my biggest downfall has been the fact that I've let the sound and the wave of today's current music affect how I was going to create. I get a lot of my sound from I get my inspiration from Lil Kim, Foxy Brown, DMX, Jay-Z, and I feel like I allowed those inspirations to mold me as the person that I stand in today. But then when it's time for me to release music, I sit there and think about, well, damn, that's not the drill beat that everybody's listening to. Will they listen to On Go, Rich Bitch Anthem, Fresh as I'm Is, Jet Fuel? And the answer is yes. And to say the best for last, I didn't want to mention Big when I was mentioning those other artists, but my biggest influence is Big, and I learned how to kind of pen after him, and that's why I'm so confident in my writing skills, is because I studied his flow, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I've studied flows of Foxy, Kim, DMX, and Big.
So you actually did your research.
I did my
your
research. I've done my homework. I'm in this for real, and that's why I'm able to write, and I'm a signed writer to a label.
You're getting into this music shit. You're writing. You're really developing yourself as an artist. How would you describe the music industry mentally, financially, spiritually, and emotionally?
Yeah, I would definitely say that it definitely can affect you in all those areas. And especially financially. I think that when you get into doing anything that you want to do big, you think of like, yeah, I'm going to be rich, or I'm going to get this, I'm going to get that. But I'm going to let y'all in on a little something. And Rich Bitch Anthem was one of my highest streamed songs, and that's why it received a remix. Shout out to Roy Shafiq.
Shout out.
And that song with 57,000 streams, initially at one point, way more over now, only brought me in a little over $100. And that's simply because you have to make sure that you're supporting your artist and tapping that
99-cent sign.
That's it.
That $1.29 sign.
That's
y'all
it.
want these big major projects, but y'all don't be supporting.
That's it.
Just because you got Apple Music and you pay your $4.99, you still need to go tap that dollar sign.
Tap it. Because streams count, but the way that I got majority of my money from my project was TikTok, Instagram Reels, and I monetize all my things on YouTube. So YouTube and YouTube ads is where really my stuff came in at. So y'all gotta make sure that y'all really are doing your research on how you're gonna promote and where you're gonna put your stuff at. But the financial aspect, you have to just make sure that you got your stuff together behind the scenes before you really step into this music thing as an independent artist. I have my own record label, but I'm still considered an independent artist. But all my money, nah.
And
Like,
another big thing about that is that I think people don't notice is when you're paying for these artists' music, you're basically showing appreciation to them because it's hard being an artist. As an artist, you're really putting yourself out there for the public. And if you're doing your research on these artists, you can know what they're doing in their real lifetime, and you might be supporting another side business that they actually have for the general public or their community.
yes, and that you know, on an emotional level, where the music can affect you is that when you're writing and you got to get in your bag, whether it be a sad song, mad song, happy song. If it's a sad song, it can take you back to that sad moment, and then you're like, "Damn, I'm mind fucked right now because I didn't think I was gonna come back to this mindset, but this nigga talking about my ex, this nigga just got me in my bag. So now I'm thinking about when he fucked me over." And you think about it, you holding on to it because it's something that you had to bring back. It's an emotion you had to bring back, so it can definitely take an emotional toll on you. But spiritually, all over, you definitely have to just know how to maintain. Like, and that comes with anything. This is life. Like I said, this is a hustle for me. This is a sport to me. It's a hobby. At any time, I know how to maintain my sanity, whether it be personal life, music life, or my actual entrepreneurship, because I have businesses outside of just music, which is what I need to make sure that y'all doing, because the money is not always going to be there each time. So make sure when you get in this bag, you put it in other directions and into other projects to make sure you're seeing your profit. Because you gotta make sure you make money in your sleep. And that's just
Entrepreneurship.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing.
So, speaking of you being an artist,
Yes.
I see there was a 2-year gap from your last project.
Yeah, it was.
What has stopped you from getting into the studio or dropping some new music?
Yes. So what stopped me from getting into the studio over the last 2 years is the fact that I was betrayed by someone that was hired on my team to make sure I had a perfect layout. And when I say perfect, I don't mean like phenomenal Beyonce layout, but I mean what was supposed to be perfect for me. And because that wasn't laid out right, and because that person took the money and did other things with it, it kind of left a bad taste in my mouth, because I knew this person for so many years prior to us working together and him working exclusively on my project. So I felt let down, betrayed, hurt, and I wanted to fuck him up. So
Ooh.
I had straight up and down. I literally wanted to. I had some things out. I wanted to, but I didn't, because I'm built different. And I'm just like,
Big Sage energy.
I'm built different. You're not going to stop nothing. So even though I didn't get everything sent back to me, mixed and mastered like I was supposed to, and I was giving my demos, I made sure that my project had its due. And it did well. So thank you for letting me down and motivating me. 2 years down doesn't mean that I was not creating. 2 years down mean that I was still penning, because my pen game tight just till I go. And I was creating for other artists behind the scene, because I am still a signed writer.
So, you just spoke on something that was very powerful. On in there right now in this moment, what do you want your 2022 to be?
My 2022 will be full of dope ass vibes, dope ass music. I mean, drop after drop after drop. Some are going to be just like freestyles to whatever hot beats is coming out, because we're about to hit the summertime. I have a lot of work coming with other artists, and my 2022 definitely has to be something that tops the masterpiece that I created 2 years ago. So I have a mixtape coming out, which is going to be all summer bops. I have my first single called Blanco Back coming out.
I'ma just tell y'all, he let me get a sneak preview of that song. Y'all bitches, y'all ain't ready. He can give y'all the project, a little demo, 2 weeks in advance, and y'all still wouldn't be ready.
Honestly, the type of music that I've been creating behind the scenes definitely shows growth and elevation, as it should for any artist. But like I said, I'm gonna be feeding the streets in 2022, working with different artists, developing group projects, having my own project come out, and we got love songs on my new album, which is called RB2. That's an exclusive. It's called RB2, and that stands for RA Blanco 2, my second project. And it's gonna be amazing. We have that whole hood shit. We got that mix in between, and we giving it up. We really giving it up all 2022.
And I feel like everything that's going to be done is going to be a masterpiece. And when I say masterpiece, I'm coming from a place of the public not knowing how hard it is for an artist to really put themselves out there,
Absolutely.
write, get a beat and vibe to it, get in the studio and make that magic, and literally just be vulnerable enough to put their self out there. So anything that any artist is doing is automatically a masterpiece. But that y'all still need to go pay for that shit. Tap that 99-cent button.
Tap that.
That $1.29.
Tap that.
Cause y'all want this elaborate projects. Y'all want the visuals, but y'all ain't paying for shit.
Yeah. And let me tell you, let me just let you on a little insight, because I keep it a bean no matter where. Like, let's just say, for example, I paid $1,000 for a studio. I mean, for an event space the other day, and it's just for 2 hours. I need more time to film a video. I need to pay for the videographer. I have to buy the whole outfits for it. I gotta make sure the team is right, that we have a makeup artist on deck, that everybody's happy and that the visuals is looking right. And then you gotta go through the whole editing process. It's just a lot of work that goes into it, and it's a well received industry, but not very much well respected when it comes to what the artist has to do before they lay out.
2020, the Xperience, right? That's your first major project that you put out there.
Yes.
You have other work. You want to talk about that? Because I feel like that's not your first real project. You've been hiding from the public.
That's why I've been hiding. The 2020 Xperience was my first EP. And my second EP to follow is going to be called RB2, as mentioned. But I have mixtapes out here on DatPiff, and you can find majority, if not all, of my other music that I could not put out for, purposes of I'm not the owner of the music and copyright, things, on SoundCloud. Very big on SoundCloud, datpiff.com, mixtapes, all over. I did a lot of work 2016, 2017, 2018.
Tap in.
Yes. A lot of work every year. I mean, I remember one year I dropped 3 mixtapes in 1 year. And so 16, 17, 18, and then 19, I released my first song on streaming platforms. It's called Badass Bitch. And check that out. Following that, I did the 2020 Xperience.
So the 2020 Xperience, and you talked about an album that you're going to be creating in the future.
Yes.
Where are you? Where was you then? Where are you now? And what is going to be the ultimate takeaway that people can say you really developed yourself as an artist from the first project to this current project you're working on?
Yes. So I would have to say that where I was when I was in the creative process of my last project is just getting my voice heard for the time that I was in. And that's why I specifically named that the 2020 Xperience. It was solely based on just that. This new project is more getting into RA Blanco. The melodies, the bars, the metaphors, the whole creativity that I have and that I give to other artists as I write for them. I want to put that into my music now.
I'm here. You sound so passionate about
because
it.
I am so passionate about music as a whole, but the fact that I put my pen to levels that I did not know I had surprises me. I'm proud of myself, and I cannot wait for all this music to come out. Even the song I just did with Grizz and Sablaze called Rap Tings, I came in strong. It's my first collaboration since 2019. And I came in strong, and I simply asked, RA Blanco, you don't know what type of nigga this is? Little chakma in your mouth, and I shine like pledge. #1 cash cow, and I'm with big grizz. Call me the blueprint, like my name is Jigga. I'm a trendsetter, money getter, all around dope nigga. And I wet the head up while I'm up in the bed. Do it sexy, classy. Call me a little nasty. A nigga scream my name while he clapping my ass cheeks. He got me creaming, so the sound of the bed creaks. Hit a lick once I'm on vacation for 6 weeks. I'm all about the Benjis like Puff Daddy and Kimmy. The nigga with a semi when this nigga busy and I kick in the doorway.
Hey, speak that shit. Speak that shit.
Blanco, don't hit me no more. I got the magic clip. Then that shit once and that shit twice.
That was the part. That ending, how you finished that. I said, no, the fuck he didn't.
But
I said, no, he didn't.
And that's why I mean by the whole melodies and me just incorporating my influences into my music. And I think that when the people hear my next project, you're gonna really see why I wholeheartedly love who I am inspired by.
One thing about me that like gets me when it comes to certain artists is when they can create an old song and remake it into something totally new, but still keep that genuinity to that song. Because the fact that you even said that last verse in there and you kept the same melody, you used it correctly, and it was like, ooh, I know exactly where he got that from. You didn't have to think, we're like, I heard that before, but where I heard it from. You kept the originality of that song, and you just added to it and made it better than what it was. That's a good artist. I don't know what the fuck y'all be thinking about,
really.
But that's a good artist.
Big Blanco energy, you know. But listen, I literally am just, and I'm glad that you recognized that. I was passionate when I was speaking about RB2 and this project, these projects that I have coming up, because literally, my pen
game strong. Speak it.
Pen game tight. Just tell them I go. If they ask you anything about a bitch, just tell them I go. They know Blanco spit. They want me to handle some shit, just tell them I go.
When can we expect this new music from you? When?
January, February, March, April, May, skipping June, skipping July, August, something really special in store.
So wait, I know. Oh my god, I don't want to give the public that, but I kind of want to talk briefly on it because, oh my god, this project that like we're supposed to be doing as a group.
Yes.
The energy is just fucking there, and I'm really like waiting for the public to hear it, because I feel like we all get to say this sometime in our life. I might be using this a little bit too early, but I'm doing one for the motherfucking culture.
It's a culture thing. The LeemyHendrix. Let me give you your flowers. The LeemyHendrix Show is for the culture. And we're not just talking about the LGBTQIA culture. I'm talking about the black culture. Because I've seen that you had panelists on, you've had guests on who are not always gay, who are not always straight, right? I've watched your show. I've seen what you've done. I've seen the platform that you're creating and for allowing people like me to come on to. We appreciate you. And what you're doing is genuine. And what you're doing is for the culture. Anything you do with genuineness, and anything you do from your heart that results in other people's benefit, for one, and for you to warm people's hearts and just bring a different energy to people and a different vibe to people's phone screens, because we're going to be on virtual platforms.
Oh, and it's on podcast version. For the ones who don't want to watch, you can listen right in the car.
And my voice sounds amazing. I mean, how you want to give it to me? I mean, listen, if you listen to the podcast right now, let me tell you something. This is the RA Blanco and on the motherfucking LeemyHendrix Show, and we giving it to you, and we're gonna give it all the way up. If you look at the video, you already see what I'm giving. You already see what I'm giving. So let me tell you on the podcast, it's giving very much tight leather on the legs, giving the little boot, black and white, giving the little chains and whips, giving the little tight crop leather jacket with a little corset on, and it's giving body serving little chalk on a block. And then we got LeemyHendrix with the motherfucking thighs out. Thick thighs save lives. We in the black and white with
Tats out.
Tats out.
Yes, tats
Tats
out. Tats out.
And they everywhere. Everywhere.
Little glasses for the professional look.
But look, you see them glasses? You bitches still can't see my nigga with his glasses on. You can't see this. Okay? Period. But
Yes,
listen.
exclusively just dyed the hair.
Just
New
did it.
tip, had to do it for this interview.
Yes.
Always got to serve a new look.
Look at my baby giving very much strawberry shortcake. Or strawberry cheesecake at that. Whatever you want to do, you can eat it up. Listen.
I love the Sag energy.
Yes.
It's going to be a pleasure working with you.
Same.
It's going to be a pleasure, like, just working on this project with you.
Yes.
What is one question that I didn't ask that you think that I should have asked?
Well, not a question that you should have asked, but there are a few. I'm glad you
I'll
didn't
give you
get
three. I'll give you three.
I'm glad you didn't get into it because I didn't want to talk about these fuck niggas. But I think that you didn't really mention, you keep saying that we're working on the project. So let me ask you. I'm going to take over for 2 seconds. What do you mean a project that we're working on? What are we doing?
So, I'm not going to drop any names yet.
No.
But there are some Philly artists that I think are really fucking dope. They inspire me. I really want to get them to work together. I want to create a, small EP, a summer box to really get the summer started.
That's
and not
right.
only do I want to get them all on a track together and do a little summer block, I also want to put a little concert together.
Yes.
With a panel of about 8 to 10 artists. Yeah. LeemyHendrix got some...
LeemyHendrix presents. Listen, we're on stage with it. We coming out. We're coming out.
And this is what I mean by, like, I really want to do one for the culture. Because I feel like, when the last time...
Never.
When have you ever been to an underground concert for artists of our platform?
Never.
I feel like Atlanta has underground concerts. I feel like New York has underground concerts.
Absolutely.
Where the fuck is Philly's? Where's Philly Spotlight? I feel like Philly has a bunch of dope fucking artists.
Let me tell you something. There's a lot of people who do not get recognition for their artistry in Philly. Whether it comes to fashion, whether it comes to music, or any other lane. Let me say, I see and we see you all. I want to give you your props. I want to give you your flowers. No one is better than the next person. I just want to let you know that please continue to walk in your own path, walk in your own lane, and you will reach the success that you and God has in store for you. You only do it almost had me preaching. Listen, everybody's amazing in their own right. And just in a short amount of time, and for as long as you're willing to work with genuine people and have the genuine energy, y'all gonna all come together. There's a lane for all fashion artists. There's a lane for all writers, all producers, and all musical artists.
But the thing about it is,
you
can't rush your time.
What?
Your time will come. Everybody is not meant to make it the next day, the next week. Some people take a year. Some people take 2 years. Just because you haven't had your shine yet doesn't mean you won't get your shine. Because there's people like the LeemyHendrix Show that sees you. And I'm getting to y'all because I feel like there's a lot of people that need that spotlight.
Amen.
And they slept on, but y'all won't be slept on anymore.
We ain't sleeping. We won't.
Because I'm putting Philly on. It's time for Philly to shine. Like, I went down to Atlanta and I was talking to like a lot of artists and producers, and they were saying like a lot of people from Philly, New York, they all go down to Atlanta to get that spotlight because that's where everything is happening at. No, we shouldn't have to travel a motherfucking place. We should be getting put on our own motherfucking city.
And we popping in our own right. The reason that Atlanta is now the Black Mecca is because they supported everybody in their hometown.
And I'm a kind of diss Philly a little bit, we need to get back to supporting each other. There's no way that I go to Atlanta and I'm able to talk to a DJ and they'll automatically let me Bluetooth my motherfucking song and they'll play it right then and there. But then when I'm in Philly and I'm talking to you motherfucking DJs, y'all look at me sideways like, well, are you known? I don't know you. No. Support, because you never know who you putting on. You could be that motherfucking DJ that play a track and had a whole fucking club bump into it, and you that DJ that everybody fuck with now, because everybody hitting you up like, oh, you found a dope ass person. Start pitting people on, because you never know who you about to have the public fucking with.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Mr. DJ. Play the song, Mr. DJ. And speaking of DJs, I had my birthday party, my 25th birthday party, and it was called Blanco Bash, and thanks to everybody that came out, but
I wish it was cool, because that shit seemed like it was lit.
It was amazing. Everybody that saw it, know it was amazing. Everybody was there, know it was amazing. It was literally what I needed it to be. I had two people come out for me, Barack Sakar and Roy Shafiq. I will forever thank you guys for coming out and performing. There were people there who saw your talent and you gained a following and supporters. There were people there who had never heard of you and or heard of you but never knew that you were as good as you were. Okay? So thank y'all for coming out. But then turn around and have someone like Leemy reach out to Lil Blanco and say that he heard good things about me based on my core relationships and my genuine relationship with my friends in music and with my friends in life. It means a lot. And it goes to show you that as long as you stay genuine, as long as you are real, like you said, you will be...
Because the bag is always going to be there. Money is always going to be there.
So much money.
Sometimes we just got to network and jump into things with people. And put ourselves out there to later receive what's going to come to us.
What's going to come to us.
You know, I wanted to do like an all-female cipher.
Oh.
And I wanted to do it in New York. And I had like a couple female artists. This is why like I don't work with females like that, because females are so catty almost. Like I haven't found a... I'm sorry, I'm keeping it 100. That's all I know how to do. I'm not going to front. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. The females that I've been trying to work with have been a bunch of bitches. No offense. It was one female that told me, she was like, you gonna pay me to come out and do this and do this cipher? I said, girl, you got 4,000 followers. I got 12K. What the fuck am I paying you for? This is an experience for you to network. To network with other artists and give yourself a platform. Everything else is paid for. All you gotta do is show up, bitch, and spit a bar, do an interview, and you can promote yourself off of that. You're getting a free chance to promote yourself. Sometimes it's not about money. Sometimes it's about being able to just get somewhere, to put yourself in a room with other people that might open doors for you. Because you never know who you're going to bump into and who's going to open a door for you. Because best believe me, I might not have the biggest platform, but I have a platform. And you from New York and I'm from Philly, that could have put you on the map in Philly. Like, oh, now I got a couple people from Philly just like fucking with my music. You never know what working with somebody can do for you. Look past the fucking money sometimes. The money always gonna be there. You always gonna get a bag. Start looking at certain opportunities as opportunities to level up and get your name out there and for exposure.
So, Mr. Hendrix, do you have anything to say about these bitches?
I would like to work with some females. I'm tired of working with fucking males all the time. I want to talk with some females. Like, females are fun to me. Females are just like, I feel like there's so much we can talk about when it comes to females. I really want to get a panel of female rappers together so they can spit their fucking shit. Like, I want to do a rap cipher with a bunch of females and put the fucking female rap game back on. Like, where y'all at?
Where y'all at?
Tap in. Comment.
Tap
Hit the
in.
inbox.
Like, comment, subscribe to the LeemyHendrix Show.
Like, comment, and subscribe to RA Blanco.
You already know.
Music and all.
RA Blanco. Pin game tight. Just tell him I go.
What is your final message that you have to offer to your fans and the audience?
I'm sending you niggas like daycare. And you know that's today's like fake hair. So that's all I got to say.
This has been the LeemyHendrix Show. This has been RA Blanco.
He back.
He back.
Blanco back.
We have so much more projects coming up. I can't wait for y'all to see what we have in store.
Yes.
This is not the first and last time you will see both of us working together.
Not at all.
This has been the LeemyHendrix Show, and we're tuning out. Big Blanco.
Big, you can keep what you want, cause I don't want no dick. Keep your hands off his ass, but you got a tight grip. A nigga eating me right, then he can get the fix. 50 on the table, Lil' Kim the magic stick. Now I got the dick hard, sorta like a brick. It tastes the strawberries when I give a nigga a lick. What's it why I never shy, cause I been that bitch. This a rich bitch anthem. These bitches all jelly and they throwing a tantrum. This a rich bitch anthem. These bitches all jelly and they throwing a tantrum. This a rich bitch anthem. These bitches all jelly and they throwing a tantrum. This a rich bitch anthem. These